I'm Aaron Maté, sitting in for Jimmy Dore, here with Misha Pollan and Americans comedian Kurt Metzger. And remember back when Biden was running, he suggested he would only serve one term if elected president. Well, never mind that. Biden announces 2024 re-election bid. Let's finish this job.
Oh, great. That would be great.
But voters have a different idea. You know, polls show that Democratic voters are not keen on Biden running, and they also show they want him to at least face a debate, right? If you're going to run for president, you should debate your opponents, including in the primary. Well, here is Symone Sanders, a former White House official, letting us know that a debate is not going to happen.
Bobby Kennedy Jr., doing well. He's at 19%. Hasn't really gotten that much out there. I mean, and I'm starting to hear more and more talk about him. Are we going to actually have a challenge here?
I'm trying not to laugh, Joe. There's not going to be.
Can I stop you for a second?
Yes.
Do you know how many people said the same thing about Donald Trump in 2015 on this show?
Except
said
I will
the
note,
same exact thing.
Yes, because there was going to be a Republican primary. But I really think that the mealy-mouthed Democrats, as I like to call them, and some of my progressive friends who would like to live in a fantasy land, they need to come back to reality. Yeah. And the reality is this. The sitting president of the United States of America is a Democrat that would like to run for re-election, so much so that he has declared a re-election campaign. Right. In that case, the Democratic National Committee will not facilitate a primary process. There will be no debate stage for Bobby Kennedy, Marianne Williamson, or anyone else to stand on.
So we're going to have another Bobby Kennedy in an empty chair in the debate, right?
There will be no debate.
Yeah, no debate.
The Democratic National Committee administers the debates, and they're not going to set up a primary process for debates for someone to challenge the head of the Democratic Party.
Yeah. David, a lot of Democrats concerned about Joe.
No, there is no debate. No debate.
They're all cool with this?
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're loving it. They don't want to see him challenged at all, because especially based on his capacity to engage in, a conversation. That's why he doesn't hold any news conferences. That's why he doesn't do really any interviews, because they know he can't face any kind of scrutiny. So they're bragging about the fact they're not going to let any debates happen.
Well, Tracy Morgan looks great. I'll give him that.
I hear Savage Joy Marie. I'm so shocked that the person who was a mole on Bernie's 2016 campaign is saying this. She was a spokesperson for Bernie's 2016 campaign.
She was?
Yep. Here is more from Newsweek. A Redfield and Wilton Strategies poll carried out on April 30th found that 79% of eligible voters who voted for Biden agree that the Democratic Party should hold televised primary debates. So 79% of the party that voted for Biden wants to have debates. The party says, nope, sorry.
How can there not be a primary? That's this thing that's not just automatic?
Because there's not a democracy, so who cares?
But is there, I get, because I really don't know the rules like that. Is there supposed to be, or is it a thing each party can do if they want?
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to have debates, but...
I mean, she said primary process.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that means... Yeah. You don't even get to pick?
Well, there will be votes.
Oh.
The votes will happen, although they're changing the schedule a little bit. But the debates, according to Democrats, are not going to happen. The Democratic Party has been criticized for the fact that no debates are planned, but neither major party has held primary debates when they have an incumbent in the White House seeking re-election since modern presidential debates began in the 1970s.
Did you see, I got to give it to Sagar, he had a really interesting thing, because I didn't know that. The debates until 88 Bush-Dukakis, that's when Bush and Dukakis colluded to rig those debates to according to their liking, because it used to be the League of Women Voters that held it, and they did a great job at it. And then when the candidates like, we want to start doing this thing, which is what they do now, standard, they go, we're not corrupt like that. So we're fine. We'll just make our own. And so it hasn't been a real thing. Like debates, you don't really get anything out of them or real questions. They're rigged ahead of time ever since.
And they exclude third-party candidates like Jill Stein and Ralph Nader.
But even with that, so even with a fully rigged debate system, they don't want to let.
Right. And this was a recent Fox News poll showing that RFK Jr. has 19% already. And this was just only a week or so after he announced his candidacy. Glenn Greenwald says, everyone knows why Democrats are afraid to let Joe Biden debate his primary challengers. Biden has given fewer press conferences than anyone since Reagan's second term, where he was suffering from early stage Alzheimer's. Biden's brain functions in spurts and is getting worse. And this happened recently. Joe Biden hosted the football team today. He was to be presented with a ball signed by the team a helmet and a football jersey with his name on it, but Biden grabbed only a sweater and began to wander, looking for a way out.
Don't worry about it.
Do they have like a fishing line with an ice cream cone on it that they lead him away?
Well, not a shocker why they don't want this guy to debate.
We're telling jokes in Nashville, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Chicago, Rosemont, San Diego, and more. Go to jimmydore.com to get a link for all those tickets. Plus, you can watch my new special, COVID Lies Are Funny.